Hi, Verbling. My name's Michaela. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona, and today we're talking about giving advice. We'll be doing some reading and discussion and coming up with some problems to solve. I'm going to put the notes for you in the chat box. And I'll put my Facebook name in the chat box as well. If anyone wants to contact me there, you can ask me questions or just say hi. I keep my Facebook updated with new classes and my tutor scheduling. Pavel, welcome to class.
Hello, nice to see you.
Good to see you too, Pavel. How's your week going so far?
Nothing special. Work and resting. Working and resting every day.
All right, work, rest, and study, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Sounds like a good week so far.
Yes, normal week. It's normal week so far, yes.
All right, good to hear. And Pandine?
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I'm not sure I'm saying your name right. Can you pronounce it for me?
Funding.
Fundine. Okay,
Yeah.
great. Well, welcome to class. Where are you from?
I'm from Vietnam,
This is my first time with you, right?
No.
No?
Yeah.
Did you change your name on your profile?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I see. What was your first name?
My first name is Long,
Oh, okay. Long. Okay. So you would prefer that I call you Long or that I call you Fondine?
I think Long is better.
Okay. Well, then I'll keep calling you Long. Sorry, the new name confused me. I thought you were a new student.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good to have you here, Long.
Yes. I think sometimes we need to refresh our nickname, Yeah.
Definitely. Okay. Mona, welcome to class.
Yes, thank you.
Mona, I guess.
Yes.
Awesome. Good to have you here. I like your picture. Beautiful.
Thank you.
And have I had you in class before, Mona?
No, this is my first time today.
Welcome. Where are you from?
I am originally from Saudi Arabia.
And where do you live now?
In the United Kingdom, UK.
Wow, very cool.
Yeah.
Are you liking it there?
Sorry?
Are you liking it there where you live now?
Yeah, very much.
Good to have you here with us.
Thank you.
All right. Orhan, welcome to class.
Hi,
Hi, Orhan. Where are you from?
I'm from Turkey.
Excellent. Well, my name is Michaela, and have you been with Verbling a long time?
Yes, I'm here after a long time. I was here, I was with Working almost 6 or 8 months ago.
Wow, awesome.
But I had your class before.
Wow, like a long time ago, 8 months ago or whatever?
Yeah.
Wow, okay, well, it's good to have you back after your long break. All right, Hussein, welcome to class.
Hello, Michael, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing very well. How are you, Hussein?
Doing very well, thanks.
Excellent. Good week so far?
Yeah.
Good to hear.
How about yours?
Oh, it's going pretty well. I'm not working as much as I used to because I'm on vacation from the school where I work, so just kind of hanging out, doing a few Verbling classes and relaxing a little bit. It's nice.
Very good. Yeah.
Thanks for asking.
Yeah.
And Abraham, welcome to class.
Hello.
Hi, Abraham. Nice to
Hello.
meet you.
Same here. Nice to meet you.
Where are you from?
I'm from Hungary.
Very cool. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona. Whoa.
What was it
sorry.
again?
Mona, I muted you really quick because you have some weird noise happening on your audio. You might want to come to your settings at the top to change your microphone settings, or I don't know, maybe troubleshoot on your computer. Hopefully it won't happen again, but I just muted you, so you'll have to unmute yourself if you want to speak again. All right. And Alessia, welcome to class.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Fine, thanks.
It's good to see you back.
Yeah. Sometimes the rabbit come back.
Yeah, I just love that picture. It's so adorable.
Yeah, it's my rabbit. It's real.
So cute. I have a rabbit as well, and it reminds me of your rabbit. He's very adorable. All right, so I put the notes in the chat box for you guys. You should be able to see them in both chat boxes. And let's get started. I'll also screen share for anybody who needs to look off my screen. Okay, so to start, we have a little warm-up here. Number 1, in 2 minutes, write down 2 or more problems each of the following groups of people might have: students, workers, the elderly. So I'm going to split these up a little bit. I'm going to say Abraham, Alessia, and Artur, welcome to class. Sorry, I missed you before.
Hello.
Hey, where are you from, Artur?
I'm from Uzbekistan.
Awesome. Is this the first time I've seen you in class?
Yes, I think yes.
Awesome. Well, it's nice to meet you.
Nice
And
to meet you.
to start class today, we're going to write down problems that a specific group of people might have. So Artur, Alessia, and Abraham have students. You guys are going to write 1 or 2 problems that a student might encounter and put it in the chat box.
Okay.
All right. Hussein, Mona, and Orhan, you guys will write a problem that workers might have. So somebody at their job, a problem they might encounter. Write 1 or 2 and put it in the chat box for us. And then Pavel and Fandine, or Long, sorry, you guys will write about the elderly and a problem the elderly might encounter. Okay, so write 1 or 2 problems you think they might find, this group of people might find, and put it in the chat box. And then when you guys are ready, we'll solve the problems. All right. So we have a few in the Google chat box already that we can start to solve. The first one, students find a cheap home. Alessia, I assume you mean cheap, right? Not chip?
Okay.
Cheap with an EAP, as in something that's not very expensive, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That is a problem. And Long, how do you think, what advice would you give to a student who is looking for a cheap home?
The first one could be to speak about this problem with another student and look up something on internet, like a room or a cheap home. And finally, I think the best is put the query on Facebook or a social network, and someone could answer you.
Good idea. So, talking to people and going to the internet and social media for help. Those are great suggestions. All right. The next one is again from Alessia, and this time I'm going to ask Long to solve the problem for us. Long, how would students be able to get up early in the morning? Can you give them some advice?
Yeah, I remember I have a big problem.
Yeah, I used to
You're
as
asking me,
well.
right?
Yeah, Long,
Yeah.
go ahead and answer for us.
Yes, if you want to get us early, to do quick get us early, you need to go to go bed early and don't stay too late. And you have to create your habit. That's to exercise at this morning. That's the best way for you to get up early and it's to start new days. Really good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to start early, get things done. All right. The next one in the chat box is students and pass the finals. That was from Arthur. Pavel, help us solve that problem. How gives students advice on how to pass their finals?
It's difficult to find good work if you are elder person.
So that's motivation. Like they need to pass their finals in order to become an adult who can find work and that kind of thing?
Most part of companies or companies prefer to get younger or middle-aged people as employee. As an employee.
True. So how can that help them pass their finals, pass their tests?
Well, I think that Pavel is talking about his own sentence.
Ah, okay. Whoa, lots of background noise. Would everyone just mute themselves while they're not talking? That way we don't have so much background noise going on. Thank you very much.
Okay. Sorry, I mixed up.
Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, I'm switching it up so people are answering some different questions. But Pavel, what do you think about students passing their finals?
Students passing.
So what advice could you give to a student trying to pass a test?
I don't know.
To study hard.
Yeah, that's a good suggestion. Anything else you guys can think of?
To attend a fully classic.
To what?
To attend.
Oh,
to take
yeah.
a part. Yeah.
That's a good one. Definitely need to attend. All right. How about Orhan? Will you do the next one for us, which is a problem from Mona, getting over pressure at work. So if there's a lot of pressure at work, Orhan, how can you handle it, or what advice would you give?
I think there are some methods to handle it, like from the southeast, what can I say, that some therapy, some kind of therapy, but I don't remember the name of that.
Well, therapy is a good idea. There's certainly a lot of therapies that might help someone get over the pressure from work.
Not exactly. I mean, they can do this kind of therapy work outside of the workplace, and maybe if they feel hard pressure at work, they can talk with their manager about it, maybe.
Communication. Very good suggestion, Orhan. Thank you very much. Next up, Mona, will you help us solve the next problem, which is having a work overload? This one comes from Hussein, and he says workers might have a problem with work overload. So Mona, how would someone handle that?
I think if he has some sense of time management so that he can divide the tasks, and so, things are not going to be overload. So he starts with the most important things and the less important and so on. I think this could help.
Definitely. Organization, prioritizing. Those are great suggestions. Thanks, Mona.
Welcome.
All right. Hussein, will you help us fix the next one? Students find part-time work. That one comes from Artur. Can you give suggestions for students looking for part-time work?
I really experienced it, and I tried to find a job like part-time when I was a student in the beginning of my study, and it was very hard for me to find a job that can I work part-time, and I don't recommend it to students. Yeah. They can finish. Yeah, they can finish their study and then they can find a full-time job and they can work there. Yeah.
I see. Your suggestion is forget it. No part-time work for you.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Good enough. Thanks.
Yeah.
All right. Devrim, welcome to class.
Thanks.
Good to have you with us. Are you ready to jump in and give some advice to a problem?
Sorry, I can't read and I can't listen. I couldn't listen.
That's okay.
Because I have joined in.
Well, welcome. And
Thanks.
today we're talking about advice. And right now we have some problems in the chat box that the students are helping to solve or give advice for. And the next one is how to find a nice girl or boyfriend. So, Devrim, what kind of suggestion would you give to a person who wants a girlfriend or boyfriend?
Who wants a girlfriend or boyfriend?
Yes, a person looking for love, for romance.
Yes. Okay. My advice would be if he or she for him or her to find love or lover. Firstly,
to sleep.
To sleep. Sorry, I didn't understand.
I'm not sure I understood what you said. What did you say?
Firstly,
okay, firstly.
He or she he or she good define him or herself and be kindly or open mind, maybe.
Great
First,
suggestion.
my advice.
All right, be kind and be open. Those are good advice examples. Thank you very much, Devrim.
Thanks. Thanks.
All right.
Could I suggest to do market research?
Yeah, good idea. Market research.
Yeah.
If you have the education behind that to do market research, then yeah, everyone should do some market research and let me know all the responses, the answers.
You have to create a list with your priority. It's right. Yeah. Like, for example, I prefer the beauty or the intelligence. I prefer the skills or something else. And then you go around and you flag. You look a boy and you flag on.
Excellent. Excellent. Yes. We should all do that. Thanks, Devrim.
That is a typical problem for a student.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Artur, you get the next one. And the next problem we have in the chat box is it's difficult to find good work if you are an elderly person. So, Artur, could you give advice to an elderly person looking for work?
Well, that depends on a person. If he is a scientist, then I think it's easy to find a good job. But if he is like a social worker, then he might find a job only if there are some positions in government structures or government organizations.
It is tough. So what advice would you give?
Well, I think that a person shouldn't accent on his age, but should start learning new things, new technologies, and try to get into that stream, because otherwise I think that they don't have chances.
All right. Good advice. Thank you, Artur.
Yeah.
Alessia, you're up next, and you're working on the problem Mona put in, trying to balance time between family and work. So what advice could you give to a worker trying to balance their job and their family?
I think the first rule is to do a meditation, because your family sometimes eating your energy and the business too. And I think it's very important to create like a land only for you in your mind and your life. And so it's important to separate the time, and when you go home you have to close the work out. And I think in the life is very important the quality, not the quantity. It's obviously sentences, but it's difficult to make it, to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And my advice is to dedicate a right time for your business if you like it, and if you don't like it, change it. And if you don't like your man, change it too. And, I don't know. That's all.
Yeah, definitely. Great advice, Alessia. Thank you. All right. Abraham, you're up next, and you're going to solve the problem that Orhan put in the chat box for workers. Sometimes they are at risk when they do their jobs, I think. Is that what you meant?
I mean take a risk.
Oh, take. Sometimes they take risks when they do their job. Like what kind of risk are you talking about, Orhan?
I'm talking about hazardous work.
Like a coal miner or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, good one. Interesting one. So Abraham, what advice would you give to someone with a dangerous job, a risky job?
It's a difficult question.
Yeah.
I guess you have to be really careful. Try to avoid any risk and don't get hasty when you do your job. Think about everything and.
All right. So don't get hasty. Be careful.
I don't
good
know
one.
What to say anymore.
Yeah, that's good.
Make
Definitely.
an insurance, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Life insurance.
Ooh, life insurance. That's a good one too. All right. Thanks, Abraham.
Thanks.
Okay. So we still have some problems in the chat box, but I think we'll only do like one more because we have some other things to get to in class today. But Long, would you answer one from Abraham that's how to get better grades and where to get documents to help study? So would you answer maybe how for students to get better grades, Long? Similar to the last one you answered, actually.
Yeah. How to get a better grades? I think if you are a student, the first thing you need to study hard and have fully attention when you are in your classes, and have a fully knowledge about the subject you are learning, and searching a lot of things on the internet. And that's the best way for you to have a fully ability to get a better grades when you are a student. I think so.
Definitely. Great answer, Long. All right, we may as well finish these up. We only have a few more. So Pavel, your next one will be the one from Alessia for students to have a ticket for the best party. So Pavel, how can you get invited to the best parties when you're a student?
I forget. I don't think that it's a big problem for students to get a ticket for the best party. I think students usually every student can ask his or her friend for ticket, and it's a good way for getting this ticket.
Yeah, ask your friends.
But usually the best party is more expensive, and usually the students don't have money, so they want to go free. This is the big problem.
It's another problem. There are fine. There are students can get some money.
That is the problem. All right. Well, thank you, Pavel, for solving that problem. Ask friends, or maybe ask your parents for money. Say, Mom, I need more books.
It's big wrong. My older daughter is a student.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Orhan, I have another one for you. Let's see. Dealing with different personalities at work. So, Orhan, how would you deal with different personalities at work if you were having maybe a difficulty there with people who are very different from yourself? Orhan, what kind of advice could you give us for that one? Are you there, Orhan? All right, Orhan, you're muted. I'm going to move on to the next person, and I'll come back to you in a little. Hussein, can you give us advice on that problem? Dealing with different personalities?
Yeah, it's very common, I think, and because you can find a lot of people from every walk of the life. Yeah, I don't remember if it's if I say it correctly, right? From the every walk of the life, and I don't know how to deal with this situation, but I can recommend that maybe the boss can talk to everyone and can try to understand everyone, and a worker that works with different personalities can talk to everyone and can try to understand the other people. And if he or she cannot do, I don't know, maybe she can stop talking to them and she can do her stuff, or he can do her stuff. And yeah, I think so. Yeah.
More talking. Yeah, definitely. Thanks, Hussein. Nice problem-solving skills. Devrim, you're up again, and this time the problem is elderly people when they lose their mind or they can't sleep. So what advice would you give to an elderly person who is losing their mind or can't sleep?
Maybe they can drink something relaxable things.
Like what?
And maybe they can listen to music. Listen to music before sleep.
Music, maybe some chamomile tea. That would be great.
Yes, maybe they can stop thinking about all of life, everything. So stop thinking and only watching or listening or reading something that
Yeah, relaxing activities.
Yes.
Very nice. Thank you, Devri.
Thanks to you.
Artur, you're up next. And yours is going to a nursing house. So I guess that's for elderly people. If an elderly person is going to a nursing house, what advice would you give them?
Well, just to take a rest or to make some friends there and to have a good time. Or maybe to make some party.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. You might be elderly, but you're not dead yet, right? You can still party.
Sure.
Good suggestion. Okay. Let's see. So, I think that's all the problems we have right now, and I can't believe that we have gotten through so much of class already. Number 2, we have some vocabulary. I'm going to highlight it and ask Alessia to read it for us. Alessia, can you read this vocabulary for us?
Sorry. Warm up activity. Yeah, I have to read.
Just read number 2, underneath number 2, where it has those phrases on giving advice, like how about.
Only the sentences. How about?
Yeah, only those things.
Okay. How about? Why don't? My advice would be, I highly recommend it. I suggest, if I were you, I have talked about.
Thank you very much. So these are some suggestions for ways to give advice. And now we're going to read some situations of people who need advice. And you guys can, but don't have to, use some of that vocabulary to help us give advice to these people.
Okay.
And Alessia, will you also read the background in the next section under questions from advice columns?
Okay. Newspaper and magazines often carry a advice column. This column contains questions submitted by readers and responses written by an expert columnist. Take turn reading to below question to your classmates or teacher. Role play the situation, ask follow-up question, and try to give sound advice.
Thank you very much. So, number 1, Abraham, can you read number 1 for us?
Of course. Dear Abby, I am 28 and my boyfriend of 5 years is 29. I am ready to get married and he is not at all, but wants us to stay together. Our maturity levels vary greatly. I am getting my PhD by working full-time. He has a job but can't save or manage money, and he just wants to stay out and party. He is very affectionate and constantly tells me he loves me, but regarding getting married, he always says things like, I'll be our turn one day, or says he'll propose by the end of X months, but never does. Everyone around us is getting married, and in our society there are articles and websites that say a man's proposal is the ultimate way of showing her devotion and love. I try to remember that my value comes from within, but I need to know that the man I love wants me that much and forever waiting.
Thank you very much. So before we give advice here, do you guys have questions about the vocabulary or anything else we've read so far in the background or in situation number 1?
Maturity.
Maturity. Good question. Some of these bold words are vocabulary words that I think you guys might be interested in, so that's a good one to start with. Can anyone give us a definition for the word maturity?
A grown-up.
Yeah, like the amount of grown-up emotions or adult emotions you have. Exactly.
I guess it says when you think about the life in this context.
And sorry, what is the line? I don't see it.
It should be line number 2, and it's in the second sentence. Our maturity levels vary greatly.
Maturity. Okay.
So, any other definitions for maturity?
The people who are able to reproduction.
Reproduce, like to have kids?
Reproduce a new...
Yeah, all right. So you definitely have to be mature before you can have children. Yeah.
16 years old men can have children, but they can think about.
That's
they are
true.
not mature.
That's true.
So
That's the difference.
In this context, it's not that.
Awesome. Okay. Any other questions or comments about what we've read so far?
Teacher?
Yeah.
Yes. Can you explain the stance on our maturity level very greatly? What does it mean?
So we've got 2 varies in English, one with an E, which I'm sure you guys are all familiar with, and one with an A. Vary with an A means differs, something that's different. So our maturity levels vary greatly, means that there's a big difference between my maturity and his maturity. That's what she's saying. Like, I am very mature and he is not very mature.
Yeah, I see. Thank you.
I don't think it's real maturity, because usually the woman knows that the man don't have the same levels, so she isn't maturity.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right.
Sorry, guys. Huh?
Good point. Good point. Any other comments or questions before we give this lady some advice?
Yes. I think she have a problem. Abby have a great problem, because she think, this is my opinion, sure. The marriage is the show, the best showing of the love, and I don't think it's real, that it's only a contract.
So really, she's not asking the right question. She's a little confused on what's important. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I think that's a good point. She does seem a little. She's
and
more.
I think she is very young.
Yeah, true. 28. It's not that old.
Yeah.
So what age do you think she should be to get married? You think 28's a little too young to be married?
Many of my friends married when they were so young. I don't think there is a rule But I think if your man don't want to marry you, it's stupid to I don't know. It's the words in English. I'm going insist.
Insist. Yeah, it's stupid
to
to insist.
insist because it's probably that the man run away.
Yeah, you can't force someone to do something that they don't want.
Yeah.
Totally. All right, let's get some other opinions in here. Long, what advice would you give?
Me?
Yeah, Long, tell us what advice you would give to this woman who's waiting for her boyfriend to be ready.
Yeah. I think there are lots of difference between the woman and men here. You know, the woman just really want to get married, while the men always want to stay out and have party. So, and I think maybe the man is not to focus. I mean, not care too much about to get married with her. So I think she need to consult or to review the relationships between them before decide to go forward. I think so. Yeah.
Definitely. Thank you, Long. Pavel, do you agree with Long's advice, or would you say something different to her?
In this, I think in this situation, women is so elder, quite elder maybe, and she is really maturity levels very greatly, but her boyfriend is the younger, and maybe she wants just wait several years. Then his boyfriend will be mature.
Yeah, so maybe waiting a little would help her, right?
Yes.
Totally. All right. Orhan, do you have advice for her? What should she do?
Hi, Tikra. I don't have any advice for her because I'm preparing for the second paragraph.
I see. All right, well, read the number 1, which is about a woman waiting for her boyfriend to be ready. And then I'll come back to you once the other students have responded.
Thanks.
Okay. Hussein, what would you tell her?
Actually, I would say if I knew her, she's very young and she can find another person to get married. Because she didn't say if she loves him, but she says he loves her, but she didn't say I think she loves him.
Wow, that's
So,
a good point.
Yeah, I think if she wants to get married very soon, and as she said, he does not want right now to get married with her, and she can find another person to get married. I think most probably if she gets married with him, she won't be very happy after that. I think after that married. Yeah, I think she can find another person to get married. Yeah.
All right, I think you do make a good point. She never really says that she loves him. She only says that he loves her.
Yeah.
All right. Devri, what advice do you have for this woman? Devrim, do you have any advice for this woman who's waiting for her boyfriend to be ready? Are you there, Devrim? Oh, sorry, I see the message in the chat box. Okay, Devrim, you can give us your opinion in the chat box if you like. And Arthur, or Atu, will you give us your opinion on her situation or give us some advice for her?
Well, yes. I think that they should stop their relationship and
Me
she should find another man.
Me too. I agree.
Drastic. So she should give up on him and just look for someone else.
Yes.
All right.
Because I think that maturity comes with responsibility. If he is not going to marry her, then that means that he's not going to get responsibility. So he will not become mature.
Very true.
Also, but on the other hand, I know that some couples after the marriage they just change their behavior, change how they feel to each other. That's also a problem.
Yeah, very difficult stuff. All right. And Alessia, we heard a little bit from you, but tell us what you think she should do.
I'm agree with Arthur because I think she's going to transfer his her wish to his her boyfriends, but if I were happy, I think the best is thinking about what I really wanna. And if this person is right for me, because she have a PhD, she have a work, and I think she is a strong worker, and she have a right idea about that she wanna of the life. But I think the man it's good for her, because the man is like a butterfly. And then I don't think that is bad, because she's young, she could travel, she could eat the life and taste everything he meets. And I think this is a typical Italian wish to find a good man and marriage and have a child, but then when past 10 years, they eat their hands because they lost something, usually.
Yeah, people give up their youth and then...
And I don't think if you have a real love, you have to be married.
Another truth, yeah. You don't have to be married if it's real love. Good point. All right. And Abraham, tell us what you think. What advice would you give her?
I am partially agreed with Arthur and Alisa. I think it's a typical social problem today. When a man gets everything from a woman, he doesn't have to marry her. I am a Christian, and my friends too. We usually will propose to girl after 1 year or two, so it's not a big problem in in my friends, but I guess it's after 5 years they won't propose her, so I think she has to break up with him too, or
All
offer
right.
him a period, maybe 1 or 2 months, and after break up with him.
All right, give him an ultimatum, like a last chance, and if he can't do it, then that's it.
Yes.
All right. And Orhan Inc., do you have any ideas on what she should do? So Orhan, tell us, what do you think she should do? What advice could you give her? Orhan, you're muted. Unmute yourself. There we go. We can't hear you, Orhan. You're muted. You have to go to the top of your screen. Here, hold on. Go to the top of your screen and click the microphone button here. If it's red, that means you're muted and you can't talk, or we won't be able to hear you. So if it's gray or white and black, then that's good. It means you can talk. But Orhan, right now you're muted and we can't hear you. Okay, all right. Well then, next time. I'll get you on the next round maybe. Okay. And we have one from Devrim in the chat box. She says he doesn't want to get married with her. She should give him up. Maybe she won't get married with somebody in the future. All right. Thank you very much, Devrim. And I cannot believe it is already the end of class because you guys had so many great ideas in that warm-up that this class went really fast. But do you guys have any other comments or questions before we finish up today?
Nope.
All right. My next class, I have another one coming up right now, and we'll be talking about movies and everything about them. So if you guys are interested, I look forward to seeing you again. And if not, I'll see you another time in the future. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye.